Okay guys, very quick one today. Weed killer. It's that time of year where the weeds are coming up, and the weed killers in my local hardware store, they cost about 20 quid for 5 litres of like ready to go weed killer. And they do have some concentrated products, but the price per litre of those is really high. Now I was shopping for a cheap snow foam for the best of snow foam video, soon to come to the Forensics Detailing channel. And Bonnyman's, who are a kind of chemical supplier for various different trades, you know, janitors. This is not an advert for Bonnyman's, by the way. I just wanted the cheapest snow foam that I could find on the market, you know, so I've got a good comparison of products. There's some expensive ones in here, and I want, you know, some foamy ones, there's strong cleaning ones and all that. I wanted a real bargain basement one, so see if you can beat the price on $4.95 for 5 litres of snow foam. That's pretty impressive, that is. I don't know if it's any good or not. Well, I've got an idea, but I'll save that for the snow foam video. They also sell a screen wash concentrate that you use at 2%. So this litre of screen wash will make, what, 500 litres, is that right? 500 litres. My brain, it's either 50 litres or 500. My brain is struggling, but either way, it's so cheap. This will last you 10 years or something. But I'm just going to, you up the concentration in the winter maybe to 5% or something, so maybe not 10 years, but God, it will last you a long time. So I'm going to just use this one on the Golf, and I try the more detailing, you know, detailing seam ones for the M140, just because I want to, you know, I just want to try the other ones. They're more expensive, but I like them. So I've got the Auto Glance screenshot concentrate one here, just a little sample of that. So I'm going to check that out for the 140. But going back to weed killers, guys, they've got a product. Bonnyman's was selling a product called Rostate 360 TF, which is a concentrated weed killer. Now, this particular bottle here cost me 10 quid from Bonnyman's, and you use around 16 to 20 millilitres, or 16 to 25 millilitres, I believe. Always check the instructions for your product, per litre. So for 5 litres, I would use around about 100 ml of this product. So that's 1/10 of the bottle I would use to make a 5 litre canister. So that's roughly £1 to make 5 litres of weed killer that's ready to go, versus 20 quid or 25 quid for those branded ones that are in B&Q. Sometimes they come with a little pigtail thing and the trigger on them, so you holding it in one hand, bending over with your back and doing this all the way around your garden. You're much better off getting a pump sprayer as well, guys, because that takes all of the work out of it. But the main thing is, it cost me £1 to mix up 5 litres of this stuff versus 20 or 25 quid. That's why I'm using it. So this is a herbicide, guys. It's a glyphosate, and apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong, which is the same kind of underlying technology or chemical that are used in most of the ones that you'll find in B&Q. It's a chemical that is one of the weed killers that have been linked to kind of carcinogenics. I don't know enough about all of that stuff, guys, but like I say, it's the same stuff, you know, the glyphosates that are used in the hardware store ones. So the way I do it is normally I'm not too good with all that protection stuff, but with this stuff, I put on the gloves, I put on a hoodie, I put on a particle filter because you're spraying it around, and you know, if there's wind it can blow up, so it's, you know, it's just going to protect me. And I put on the safety glasses. I have a hat on, and then I can put the hoodie on over the top, so that basically a hoodie is the ideal thing to wear so that none of my skin is exposed. And even on my feet, I just put some little plastic bags, disposable ones, you know, with the elastic around them, so that I'm not treading it and walking it around into other areas. And then when I've finished, I make sure I empty, you know, use up all of the product. Don't tip it down the drains or anything like that, because it's those chems. So use all of the product up, or if you've got some left, put it back in your shed and use it next time. I will then wash down all of the things that I've used, and then I'll take off all of the protective stuff and wash my hands and all that sort of stuff. And I'm doing this a couple of times a year, but that precaution I just feel is probably worth doing for weed killers. If you're worried about using a concentrated, more industrial type weed killer, then don't do it. This video is just showing you what I'm doing, and I'm doing it because of the fact it's a 20th of the price, and the equivalent cost, you know, if that's £1 worth equals 20, then it's going to cost me hundreds of pounds in weed killer. That's now going to cost me nothing. So you understand that kind of the main point to this video. Check out Bonnyman's, guys. Like I say, it's not an advert. Just go and have a poke around on the main Bonnyman's website. They have household cleaning chemicals, all sorts of stuff, driveway cleaning chemicals. I've even bought 5 litres of their moss killer that I'm going to look at for the roof. They have got all sorts of stuff, and because they are a chemical supplier, the prices of their products are ridiculously cheap. And it's the same underlying chemicals, like I say, most of the time. But you can buy them as a retail guide. They'll have them. Some of them are in 1 litre offerings, some of them in 5 litre offerings. Their product lines do change. They might only. I was just looking. I couldn't find the 1 litre offering of this. They had 5 litres of it, but it's all still dirt cheap. So have a shop around. They have detailing products on there as well, snow foams and shampoos and all that sort of stuff that's dirt cheap. It's a bit of an Aladdin's cave, Bonnyman's, for chemicals. So this is a good little tip, guys, and it will save you money. Other precautions, guys, when you're using the weed killers, just make sure that it's not going to be raining a few days after, you know, so it washes it all away. You want it to sit there on the materials. You can also, if you've got a family like me, this sounds like overkill, but if the missus and the little one are going away for a few days, so that's the opportunity for me to then go and put all the weed killer down. It's just an extra precaution that might be paranoia, but it also sounds like common sense to me. So I've taken the opportunity to save money, be careful with the chemicals and lay them down. Is this stuff any good? I don't know, guys. I've just sprayed it down. I bet you it works, though. I bet you if I need a bit more power, then I could maybe up the concentration a bit, but I'm just going with the manufacturer's kind of guidelines, as always. So I hope this video was useful. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I've covered on health and safety, because that is important. And like I say, don't do this if you're worried. You can go to B&Q or, you know, Wicks or all these other stores that have all these weed killers that are using glyphosates, and you can pay what they're charging if you're worried, guys, and you think those ones are safer. There we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon on the Forensics Detailing channel.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when you